What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. Hope you're staying warm. It's pretty chilly up here in Nebraska, honey. But it's all good. We woke up this morning. We're blessed and highly favored. Get out there. Get that money, honey. You got this. You're doing a great job. Let's hop into some gypsy bullshit. We're going to be looking at some crime scene photos and just checking some stuff out. So here we go. Okay, so yesterday I showed you her little Pediasure over here that went into her feeding tube. As you can see, there's a shelf right here, and it was pushed up against the wall, obviously. But look at the layer of dust on this stuff, man. And this stuff looks like it hasn't been moved since the dinosaurs were roaming this mofo. You know what I'm saying? You can even see, like, the side right here. The plastic on this has not been popped. Like, this looks unopened in my opinion. I just don't think this was her main source of nutrient. I just will never believe that. We have Gypsy's side of the bed right here. Look, there's her CPAP machine. As you get closer, you see her little wallet and her Nintendo. So Dee Dee let her have game systems. She wasn't just making her sit around and do nothing. I mean, we already know she wasn't sitting around doing nothing, honey. We've seen your pictures, baby. We've seen those risque pictures, baby. Also, do y'all remember when Gypsy said she cut her hair off in jail with with toenail clippers? Was she doing it at home too? Anyway, let's keep going. This box of medicine. Now, everybody always focuses on that hallway closet that is like packed fucking full of medicine, okay? But there is actually a Red Cross article that Audrey from over on TikTok found, where Dee Dee Blanchard is being interviewed by people from Red Cross, and they're talking about Hurricane Katrina. And she's asked, like, what was one of the biggest stressors when y'all were going through it and afterwards, things like that. And she said people being able to get their medicine. And she said, so now I keep a closet stocked with medicine in case something ever happens. I was trying to find the screenshot of the article, but man, I've got so many screenshots. It's so hard to go through unless I've already got it ready, so I'm sorry. But Audrey has the video posted, and I think I do too, but yeah. Anyway, if you look at the closet, like, most of this stuff is over-the-counter medicine. It's full. Some of this shit, the plastic has not been popped off of it. And if Dee Dee was force-feeding this medication to Gypsy, it wouldn't have even been able to be stockpiled like this. How can you make a stockpile if you're constantly using the pile? You know what I'm just saying, honey. I believe this little bit of medication right here is probably what Dee Dee was definitely taking. She had a lot going on. If you've seen her autopsy, cancer, just all kinds of stuff happening, honey. Diabetes, had an enlarged heart. Like, she had a lot going on. Pretty sure in 2015, January of 2015, she was hospitalized because she had problems with the damn kidney stones again, which was a reoccurring problem with Dee Dee. So yeah, I think this little box may have been the medication that Dee Dee and possibly Gypsy were taking. I haven't been able to get a good picture of the tops and read them. It just gets blurry. But if you can let me know what they say, girl, hit me up. Also, the amount of, like, little papers like this and folders of papers, even some that have Gypsy's name on it, they're just laying around. I don't think that Dee Dee was just hiding things from Gypsy. These medical... Hold on, there's another one. This one, I swear that says D and Gyp. And if you flip it upside down, does that not say MED? What does that say? But it's like all these folders of papers are just laying around. Medical papers everywhere. Gypsy at any time could have picked these up, looked at fucking whatever she wanted. Just like how she was able to get into that damn safe and get all her damn documents proving her age. Like, Dee Dee wasn't hiding things, man. Not from Gypsy anyway. And there's this. 2 days before the murder, Gypsy goes to the doctor or ER, whatever it was, to have her feeding tube, something done with it because it came unhooked or something. But if you look down at the bottom, it doesn't have Dee Dee Blanchard's name, like Dee Dee, had a power of attorney and was signing for her treatment. No, it says Gypsy Rose's name where it says sign. When I've had to pull care from my dad, I did not sign any of his medical documents with my dad's name. So this is weird to me. Dee Dee was supposed to be in charge of all her medical care. Why is Gypsy's signature right there? We have this. Now, this is beside Dee Dee's bed. Like, Dee Dee would have been laying right here on her side of the bed. There is a pillow. There's a blanket laying right there. You can't see it real good, but up against the bed right there is a laptop. Get closer, there's a CPAP machine. Now you can see the laptop really good. So Gypsy had her a whole little fucking pallet laying right here using her CPAP machine while Dee Dee was sleeping, not a care in the world. Sure, Dee Dee didn't let her do anything, and she made her go to bed when she did, and she could feel when she fucking moved, honey. Make that shit make sense. Because that is what the hell Gypsy Rose has said about her mother. Even though Gypsy was able to carry on a relationship with Nick Godejohn and Dan for multiple years and be up almost every freaking night talking to them from 7 p.m. to like 4 a.m. in the morning, making weird ass videos in the damn bathroom and shit. Sure, Dee Dee was a light sleeper. Yeah. Next, we have the crime scene photo of everything that was in Gypsy Rose's Facebook backpack. If you remember on Gypsy Rose's show when she got out with Ryan, she was like, oh, a cell phone. I've never had a cell phone. Bro, she had a whole smartphone, a whole touch screen before she went to prison, man. She just be saying shit to make herself look green, to make it look like, oh, I don't know nothing. It's almost like another way to infantilize herself. Hold on, my dog wants in. It's like it's too damn cold out here, honey. I sat with you long enough. And she took duct tape. Like, I told y'all, she made some emails where she was telling Nick that she was going to drug men at a bar, hit them over the head with a bottle, and then she was going to take them for their stuff. She was going to hit a lick. And she got her some damn duct tape with her on this trip. I also brought with her a camera that, from my understanding, has never been looked at. From some papers I read, this thing never was gone through. It was passed around at Nick's trial, but never gone through. How crazy is that? And somebody, when I talked about this picture before, told me this was like a part of her feeding tube. She claims it was so hard to change, but she's got her a whole extra one with her, like she was gonna do it herself, honey. And this one is where Gypsy Rose made that video for Nick, where she's like looking out through the foliage, wanting to do, you know, animal kingdom shit with him. Talking about, we can go over there to my neighbors, my mom will never find me. One, how do you know that? How do you know she'll never look for you there? Two, how do you know about that spot, ma'am? For three, you wasn't worried about anybody seeing you walking right here. I'm pretty sure she used the wheelchair some of the time, right when she made the video, but when she was over here making and pointing the video, I don't think she was in the wheelchair. You can tell once she makes it past the corner of the house, she gets in it. You can kind of hear the and the way it turns around the corners. I think she did get back in it. She was standing, in my opinion, right here. When she was actually making that video, she was standing, in my opinion. Then we have that little mantle. Now, Gypsy took pictures with her. And this is why I don't think that this was like crime scene dust, because you see how it's all the way under that picture. I don't think they would have done that. They would have dusted around it to look for prints to show up. I mean, the pictures there, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think this was either baby powder or that, because other people said there was baby powder in one of the crime scene pictures. So I think this is either baby powder or that carpet fresh stuff. Or it could be actual dust, which would be fucking crazy. This is Nick Godejohn's room. Now, Gypsy in her documentary was like, I got to his room and he had a wrestling comforter on his bed. Like, Nick didn't just get to her house and she had a whole fucking bed of stuffies. Hello. All kinds of princess shit. But Nick's room looks way more normal than Gypsy's. Even if he did, if this is a wrestling cover, which I think it is, I think that says WWF or something, it's because Nick had a childlike mind. The state's witness at Nick's trial said that he tested like a 77 on the IQ test, and he had the mind of like a 10, 11-year-old. Let that sink in. Gypsy was more mentally there and more mentally competent than Nick was. More mentally mature than Nick was. This is going to be my last one, but if you remember from Gypsy's own mouth, she was like, I was curled up in the bathroom in front of the tub with my ears covered. There's not even any room to be curled up in front of that tub, honey. Your wheelchair is there. And her text messages say that she was going to finish shaving when he got to the door. Okay, one more. Not just I don't want to just point out the bruises on her knuckles. I want to talk about the paint on her fingernails. She sat down and painted her nails and her toenails with her mother, knowing that Nick was going to be there in a couple of hours. Can you fucking imagine that? She sat there in her mom's face and acted like everything was just A-okay, honey, knowing Nick was at that hotel and going to be on his way to her house at any fucking moment. Again, this is a sign of her sociopathy, okay? And the things she has said about her mother's last words, like, oh, what was that for? I'm not dead yet. And don't hurt me and all that shit. That's very telling. Why would Dee Dee be saying that to her? Dee Dee was the one doing this kind of stuff to Gypsy. Why would Dee Dee be telling her, don't hurt me? Listen, this is not all alleged. That's Gypsy Rose's shit, man. It is for entertainment purposes only, in my opinion. Y'all have a wonderful day, but Gypsy Rose did that shit.